What makes a fantasy world truly captivating? It's not just magic or mythical creatures. It's the depth, history, and rules that shape it. A believable fantasy world starts with its foundation. The world's history must be rich and meaningful. How did this world come to be? What major events shaped its societies and cultures? These histories create a sense of time and place. A good fantasy world feels like it has existed forever. The world should have unique geography and landscapes. Mountains, forests, and oceans give the world personality. Think of Middle-earth or Westeros. The landscape is unforgettable. Diversity in geography adds complexity and wonder. For example, a desert and a lush forest feel distinct. Geography also affects the culture of a world's inhabitants. How do these people adapt to their environment? A desert-dwelling society would have different traditions than forest dwellers. The climate and weather patterns also shape daily life. A world's weather can affect agriculture, economy, and politics. Each region should have its own character and flavor. Language plays a huge role in immersing the audience. The dialects, idioms, and accents should be consistent. A unique language can make a world feel real. For example, the Dothraki language in Game of Thrones is distinctive. In addition to language, traditions and rituals add depth. What celebrations do people in this world hold? Do they celebrate harvest, victories, or celestial events? These rituals connect people to their world and each other. A society's values, beliefs, and customs should align with its environment. Believability comes when culture reflects the land it inhabits. Each community in the world should have a unique identity. The people should feel grounded in their surroundings, but fantasy worlds are about more than just the physical. Magic is a powerful tool, but it must be grounded. Magic systems must have clear rules and limitations. If magic is limitless, it can weaken a world's believability. It's the constraints on magic that make it fascinating. How does magic interact with nature, society, and politics? These rules ensure the world feels structured and consistent. Everything from magical creatures to enchanted artifacts should follow logic. Magic should have costs, side effects, and consequences. Characters should face moral dilemmas because of magic's power. A world without consequences doesn't feel real. That's why stakes, both personal and global, are so important. A good fantasy world makes you feel like you belong in it. Your fantasy world will feel empty if you ignore this one thing. It's not the magic system or the map. It's the characters and how the world actually shapes them. A farm boy from a rural village doesn't act like a noble, right? Their backgrounds, their struggles, where they grew up, that all matters. But here's where most people mess up. They forget that characters should change the world too. Every decision they make should have consequences that stick. And honestly, the world feels alive when you add conflict between cultures or social classes, different religions, different values, different technologies. That's what creates tension. The gap between rich and poor, or how different races interact, that drives the story. When your characters belong to the world and the world responds to them, that's when it clicks. Jellyfish play a crucial role in the marine ecosystem. Despite their simplicity, they are key players in the food chain. Jellyfish are both predators and prey. They feed on plankton, small fish, and even other jellyfish. Their tentacles capture and immobilize prey with stinging cells. Jellyfish are opportunistic feeders, consuming whatever they encounter. This makes them effective at controlling plankton populations. In fact, jellyfish help maintain the balance of marine life. Some species of fish rely on jellyfish as a primary food source. The leatherback sea turtle is one of their biggest predators. These turtles can eat jellyfish without being stung. By consuming jellyfish, they help regulate their population. Jellyfish also provide food for seabirds, whales, and even sharks. They contribute to the nutrient cycling of oceans. Jellyfish decompose quickly, releasing nutrients back into the water. These nutrients fuel the growth of other marine life. But jellyfish aren't just an important food source. They also help create habitats for other organisms. Small fish, shrimp, and other critters seek shelter in jellyfish bodies. The jellyfish's bell offers protection from predators. This relationship creates a dynamic food web. However, jellyfish populations can sometimes explode. In certain areas, jellyfish blooms have increased dramatically. This can disrupt local ecosystems and even damage human activities. Jellyfish blooms can clog fishing nets, power plants, and harbors. These blooms are often caused by overfishing and environmental changes. Without predators, jellyfish populations can grow unchecked. Climate change has also contributed to more frequent blooms. Warmer waters and ocean acidification favor jellyfish over other species. This imbalance threatens marine biodiversity. Some jellyfish species, like the moon jellyfish, thrive in polluted waters. They can tolerate low oxygen levels and high levels of toxins. This resilience has made jellyfish a symbol of environmental change. They thrive in conditions where other marine life struggles. But jellyfish are not invulnerable to human impact. Coastal development, plastic pollution, and overfishing are serious threats. Plastic waste in the ocean can be deadly for jellyfish. Jellyfish mistake plastic bags for food, ingesting them. This can block their digestive systems, leading to death. Plastic pollution has also affected their migration patterns. As jellyfish travel across the ocean, they encounter more waste. Marine debris can disrupt their movements and feeding habits. Protecting jellyfish populations requires a healthy ocean. Reducing pollution, preserving habitats, and managing fishing are key. By safeguarding jellyfish, we're also preserving the balance of the ocean. In any immersive fantasy world, details make all the difference. The little things bring the world to life and create realism. The more details you add, the more believable the world becomes. These details should be consistent throughout the world. Consistency in rules, cultures, and histories is key to immersion. A world where everything follows its own logic feels natural. If magic exists, it should always work within set boundaries. If a culture has specific customs, they must be adhered to. Every object, person, and place should have a purpose. The world should feel cohesive, not random or disconnected. The food people eat, the clothes they wear, and the architecture all matter. Small details, like the smell of the air or the sounds in a forest, add depth. If a village specializes in blacksmithing, show the tools and techniques. If a kingdom is known for its fine silk, Let the fabrics be luxurious. It's these nuances that make the world feel lived in. People should feel connected to the environment around them. The fantasy world's ecosystem needs to be believable. What kind of plants grow there? What animals live there? The local flora and fauna should reflect the geography and culture. Imagine a desert world with little plant life, but tough, resilient creatures. That ecosystem supports the people who live in it. A jungle world would be filled with dense trees, vibrant wildlife, and rich resources. These environmental details show how the world functions and sustains life. Every detail, no matter how small, should contribute to the story. A fantasy world isn't just about grand cities or epic battles. It's about the quiet moments that make the world feel real. The weather, the routines, the daily lives of common people, these matter. Show the world through the eyes of its inhabitants. This helps the audience connect on an emotional level. People should feel like they can walk the streets of your world. To enhance immersion, the world must have its own history and legacy. Buildings and ruins should tell a story of the past. Wars, alliances, and revolutions have left marks on the world. Landmarks like crumbling castles or ancient libraries hold untold stories. These elements show that the world has evolved and grown. The passage of time should be felt in every corner. A world that feels static doesn't captivate the imagination. The consistency of detail keeps the fantasy world grounded. Magic and lore should blend seamlessly into the world's structure. A believable fantasy world isn't one that throws everything at you. It's one that lets you discover its complexities over time. The key is to provide enough detail for the world to feel vast. Let the world's history, cultures, and conflicts unfold naturally. The more you immerse the audience in these details, the more they'll care. A world that feels real invites the audience to become part of it.